A roofing industry insider recently posted something on a professional trade forum that should make every homeowner furious. He wrote that the #1 selling shingle in North America is not the shingle he would put on his own house. And he is not alone. When you survey hundreds of professional roofers with 20, 30, even 40 years of experience, a pattern emerges that the shingle manufacturers do not want you to see. The product they sell you is not the product they trust. We are going to expose the warranty deception that has generated class action lawsuits worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and we are going to reveal the 3 roofing options that the professionals actually install when it is their own money on the line. If you need a new roof today, you will probably start where most homeowners start. You will type your zip code into Google, call 3 or 4 contractors, and sit through the same pitch every single time. They will walk your property, point at your shingles, show you a brochure, and quote you somewhere between $8,000 and $15,000, and every single one of them will recommend the same brand. GAF Timberline HDZ. You will see it at Home Depot. You will see it on every roofing company's website. You will read the words lifetime warranty on the packaging and assume you are making a safe, long-term investment. That assumption is an illusion. GAF controls roughly 30 to 40% of the entire North American shingle market. They are owned by Standard Industries, a massive private corporation, and they claim their shingles cover 1 in every 4 American homes. But their dominance is not built on material superiority. It is built on a contractor incentive program called Master Elite Certification. This program financially rewards roofers who recommend GAF exclusively. It creates a feedback loop where market share drives recommendations, and recommendations drive market share. The shingle does not have to be the best. It just has to be the most incentivized. So if the most popular shingle is not the one professionals trust with their own money, what is? The answer involves a technology that most homeowners have never heard of, and it exposes a fundamental lie that the entire industry has been telling you for decades. To understand why your roofer chooses differently when he is spending his own paycheck, you need to understand what is actually inside an asphalt shingle. A standard architectural shingle uses oxidized asphalt. The manufacturer heats the asphalt and blows air through it to make it harder and more rigid. The industry has been doing this for decades because it is cheap and it is fast. But there is a problem. Oxidized asphalt becomes brittle over time. One manufacturer compared the process to overbaking a cookie. It holds its shape at first, but eventually it cracks and crumbles. When those shingles sit on your roof through years of sun and temperature swings, the asphalt dries out, the granules start falling off, and you get the curling, cracking, and blow-offs that send homeowners scrambling for their warranty paperwork. This is not a cosmetic issue. Granule loss is the single biggest factor that determines how long your roof actually lasts, because once the granules are gone, the underlying asphalt is exposed directly to ultraviolet radiation, and deterioration accelerates dramatically. But there is a different technology that has existed since 1976. A company called Malarkey Roofing Products in Portland, Oregon, figured out that if you add a synthetic rubber polymer called SBS to the asphalt instead of oxidizing it, the shingle stays flexible. It bends instead of breaking. It holds onto its protective granule coating instead of shedding it into your gutters every time it rains. A comparative test by Roofing Insights measured granule loss across 7 major brands. The Malarkey Vista lost half a gram. The IKO Cambridge lost 6 grams. That is a 12-to-1 ratio. A contractor in Montana reported that after the 2010 Father's Day tornado in Billings, a Malarkey roof he had installed in 2008 suffered 0 damage, even though pieces of a nearby 10,000-seat arena landed on it. Every other house in the neighborhood needed replacement. The second product that professionals trust is the CertainTeed Northgate. It uses the same rubberized asphalt technology and carries a Class 4 impact resistance rating, the highest available. A roofing company owner in Colorado Springs documented his decision publicly. After years of inspecting hail-damaged roofs across the Front Range, he confirmed the Northgate is the shingle he put on his own house. His reasoning was simple. Out of hundreds of post-storm inspections, only a handful of Northgate roofs ever needed replacement. But here's the critical detail. CertainTeed only uses this rubberized technology in its Northgate line. Its mainstream landmark shingles use the same old oxidized asphalt as everyone else, so the brand name alone does not protect you. You have to ask for the specific product by name. Now let us talk about the shingles that professionals openly refuse to install on their own homes, because this is where the story turns ugly. ICO draws the most consistent contempt from professional roofers across every major trade forum. On Roofing Talk, the comments are brutal. Contractors call ICO garbage. They warn each other to stay away. One homeowner reported that his 25-year ICO Cambridge shingles were cracked, curling, and brittle after just 10 years. But the real outrage is hidden in the warranty. ICO only covers active water leaks. If your shingles are blistering, shedding granules, and curling off the roof, but water has not physically dripped into your living room yet, ICO says that is not a covered defect. The second product professionals avoid is the Owens Corning Oak Ridge. This is a builder-grade shingle that you find on tract homes across America, and one 12-year veteran roofer stated it plainly. He said if he gets called out because shingles have blown off a roof, most of the time it is the Oak Ridge. He called it a product he would never put on his own house. And then there is Tamco, which is facing active lawsuits alleging the company never tested how long its shingles would actually last, despite printing warranties of up to 50 years on the packaging. But the shingles professionals avoid are only half of the scandal. The real betrayal is the warranty system itself, and when you read the fine print, you will understand why class action attorneys have collected hundreds of millions of dollars from this industry. Consumer Reports senior editor Toby Stanger investigated roofing warranties and revealed that in industry terms, a lifetime warranty really means about 10 years of real protection. That is the window during which the manufacturer will fully reimburse the original homeowner for defective shingles. After year 10, the coverage drops every single month on a prorated schedule. Labor is no longer included, even though labor represents more than half the total replacement cost. GAF calculates its proration on a 50-year schedule broken into monthly increments, which means at year 25 your claim is cut in half. By year 40, the manufacturer might owe you just 20% of the original material cost. Here's what that looks like in real dollars. You pay $9,000 for a new roof with a lifetime warranty. At year 15, the roof fails. After proration, labor exclusions, and calculations based on original cost rather than current prices, you receive approximately $1,350 toward an $18,700 replacement. That is not a warranty. That is a marketing document designed to close the sale. And around 2010, the industry did something that should alarm every homeowner. GAF led the charge in relabeling all of its shingles from 25-year and 30-year products to lifetime warranty products. Every other manufacturer followed. The shingles themselves did not change. The products actually got lighter, while the warranty labels got more impressive. Only the marketing changed. Industry estimates suggest over 60% of roofing warranty claims are denied. The class action trail proves this is not paranoia. It is a documented pattern. CertainTeed settled a case involving its organic independent shingles, products carrying 20 and 30-year warranties that were failing after 10 to 12 years. That settlement reached approximately $700 million and covered 75,000 homeowners out of a potential class of 1.8 million homes. CertainTeed's Horizon shingles are the subject of a separate active class action right now, filed in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, with a claims deadline of March 2, 2030. Internal GAF documents revealed the company had assembled what they internally called cracking teams by the late 1990s because they had received over 10,000 complaints about timberline shingles failing at an average age of just 7 years. Cracking complaints increased 43% in a single year. The complaint alleged that GAF deliberately continued to hide the defects, and Tamco's defense strategy is remarkable. Rather than address the longevity testing allegations, the company relies on a mandatory arbitration clause that it prints on the shingle packaging itself. A clause the Oklahoma Supreme Court called unconscionable because it was printed on material destined for the garbage and not the consumer's eyes. So if the best-selling shingles are not the best shingles, and the warranties are designed to minimize payouts, what should you actually do when your roof needs replacing? The average replacement now costs between $9,500 and $11,000, and approximately 5 million American roofs are replaced every single year. That is a $76 billion industry, so the stakes are enormous, and the margin for error is zero. You have 3 options depending on your budget. Option 1 is to demand rubberized shingles by name. Ask your contractor specifically for Malarkey Legacy, Malarkey Vista, or CertainTeed Northgate. Do not accept a generic recommendation for whatever brand your contractor happens to be certified with. These shingles cost roughly 10 to 15% more than standard architectural shingles, edging, but they outlast them significantly and retain their protective granule coating instead of shedding it. The technology is proven, the trade forums are unanimous, and the fact that these products hold a fraction of the market while the incentivized brands dominate tells you everything about how this industry actually works. When your contractor pushes back, ask him one question: is your recommendation based on the material or on your certification program? That question alone will change the conversation. Option 2 is what veteran roofers consider the end game when they can finally afford it. Standing seam metal. A metal roof costs $10 to $18 per square foot installed versus $5 to $7 for shingles. For a typical home, that is roughly $52,000 versus $32,000. The upfront number is painful, but a metal roof lasts 40 to 70 years. Standard shingles realistically deliver 15 to 25. Over a 45-year span, you will replace a shingle roof 2 or 3 times at a total cost of roughly $57,000 after inflation. That same metal roof costs about $23,000 total, including maintenance. It breaks even around year 15 and saves you roughly $700 every year after that. On top of that, metal roofs qualify for insurance premium discounts of 5 to 35% in many states and add an estimated 6% to your home's resale value. Metal's share of the residential market has already jumped from 12% to 18% in just 5 years because homeowners who understand life cycle cost are abandoning shingles permanently. Option 3 is for tighter budgets. If rubberized shingles or metal are out of reach, at minimum, avoid the brands that professionals refuse to stand behind. Stay away from IKO and its leak-only warranty. Stay away from builder-grade Owens Corning Oak Ridge. Stay away from Tamco and its untested longevity claims. A standard GAF Timberline HDZ or CertainTeed Landmark is not the best product on the market, but it is competent and will outperform the brands at the bottom of the professional rankings by a significant margin. The roofing industry is banking on the fact that you only buy a roof once or twice in your entire life. They are counting on you to trust the warranty label without reading page 4 of the fine print. They are counting on you to accept whatever brand your contractor recommends without asking whether that recommendation came from professional experience or a manufacturer incentive program. But the professionals who climb ladders every single day, the people who have watched thousands of roofs fail and know exactly which products hold up and which ones do not, they are making a very different choice with their own money. Ask your roofer one simple question: what did you put on your own roof? If the answer is different from what he is quoting you, that tells you everything you need to know. If this video saved you from a costly mistake, hit subscribe so you never miss another investigation like this one.